We're back, and it's been far too long since I had a guest on the show, and it's not just me and Willie blabbering about wrestling. Cole and Connor Mirasola, first-time twins on the show. How are you guys?
Oh, we're good. Thanks for having us.
Dude, I'm pumped to have you guys on. I've been wanting to have you on for a while, and it's kind of funny. Like, I want to talk about the whole twins thing because it's like, it works out well for me because it's a perfect excuse to just have both of you on, and I feel like it's an awesome dynamic. But it is funny how I'm like, well, I'm not just going to have one of them on. Like, I'm going to have both on. And then it's funny because I'm preparing for the show, and it's like this past weekend, you guys both go to Peru. You both go 3 for 3 with first period techs. You both outscore your opponents 30-0. It's like you guys are twins in every sense of the fashion. But let's talk Pan-Ams for a minute. How did it feel going out there? What was your biggest takeaway from being in Peru?
I mean, for me, it was my first international competition. Like, I went with him to the Worlds last year. For me, it was like my first time competing internationally. But yeah, it was a pretty cool experience to compete. That was my first one. So, I mean, the competition wasn't really great, but it's still fun to compete. So we love competing. So that's kind of first thing. Yeah, it's good to get used to like the travel.
Yeah,
because the travel is it's pretty brutal traveling to those spots. Like, we had like 22 hours of travel on the way back. So just getting used to that for the Worlds and like the time change a little bit. So like getting with the Worlds. So
and Pan-Ams is not like the deepest tournament as of late. Like, what's the personal incentive for you guys to go? Is it just to get reps? Is it love the sport? Like, what's the incentive really for you guys to go?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of like everything, like just spending time with the coaches, and we're definitely trying to like work the techniques and work the stuff that we've been thinking about and working on in the room, obviously. And that's kind of our biggest thing, to just like get reps in real like matches. Like, we'll do matches in the room, but it's just not like the same.
Yeah,
like out on the competition.
We love
wrestling too.
Do you guys have like, is it being twins, is there a rivalry of competition? Like, do you guys one up each other? Like, if somebody does attack, does the other try to get attacked?
Oh yeah, we did that a lot in high school. Like you can't you scored 28 points, I got to score 30 or something like that. Like I scored 15 in the first period, you can't score 16 or something. Yeah, so we're always like competing, that kind of thing. Yeah, like with the world and stuff. Like, I made the world team last year, and he kind of was off, so like we're trying to obviously wanted to be together, so we're kind of like competing to kind of be together on the world team.
That's where I was going to go next. Is like, Connor, you beat Dylan, Cole, you beat Trayshawn Ross. You guys dominated at U20s. What did it feel like to hit that milestone together?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great, like, to be together. Like, it felt really good last year to be on the team, but I was kind of like, I wish Cole was on the team with me. Like, I had some buddies on the team, but you obviously want your blood to be on the team with you. So, like, it felt really good to see him. And I get more nervous for him to compete than I do myself. Like, I could barely even watch the matches. I was just like watching we had just people like in the back telling me what the score was, because could barely watch the matches. I was so nervous. But
I've talked to coaches that said that like it's harder to watch than to be in it sometimes.
Yeah, it was really cool to make the team together. So obviously our first team together, hopefully it's kind of like a dream moment, like being on a world team.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, moving forward, you guys you guys have been so good together for so long, and I imagine that like as that level gets higher, like you start going to juniors, then seniors, and college, like it gets harder and harder to like one up and do things together. So it's got to feel like
it gets harder to be on a team together, but like. Yeah, we're trying to like obviously win the Olympics, so like that'd be pretty insane to be on the Olympic team together, and obviously that I don't know if that's ever happened before. I'm sure it has, but that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Were the Brands brothers on the same Olympic team?
I think they might have been. Yeah. I don't know if they were or not. Yeah.
That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that, but yeah, that would be awesome. And for you guys, like. We talked about like going to Pan-Ams, and it's like you guys, I think I just mentioned it on my show last week with Willie, like you guys seem to just be competing everywhere this off season. Like I was joking, I put up a post on Instagram yesterday, like Baschamania 5 million views in the off season. Like, that's pretty cool. And I got like a lot of DMs, like, not the off season, not the off season. I'm like, there is no off season in wrestling, but if there was one, this is the closest thing to it. But you guys don't really want an off season, apparently. What kind of went into that? Is it more strategy? Like, I know you guys just love competing, but just competing all year, like, is there more strategy to that, or what goes into that?
I think there's definitely a strategy to it, but I think what it comes down to is we just like love it.
Yeah.
Like we can't just like live in State College and stuff. It's just like the best training in the world. So we don't really want to be anywhere else. And we like might as well train with the best guys in the world every day. So, and we love freestyle. That's a big thing too. Like we've always loved freestyle. I mean, we love Folkstyle also, but like freestyle is kind of our thing. So we obviously want to win medals. So yeah, kind of what it comes down to.
There was a couple of rapid fan questions for freestyle or folk style, so you guys just kind of spoiled the answer to that one. People got an early answer for that.
Yeah. I used to like love folk style or love freestyle way more than folk style, but since we got here, I've definitely grown to love folk style a lot more too.
I gotta imagine too, like for me, part of the allure has to be like when you talk folk style, I don't think it's an apples to apples comparison because of the fact that you're gonna have with folk style often comes bigger fan bases, so it's kind of a different dynamic. Yeah. Like whether it's high school state championships, whether it's the NCAA's is like probably the most attended tournament. So it's like it's not always apples to apples. Like be very interesting how people would think about freestyle versus folk style if it was apples to apples, or like if Penn State was freestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. We were talking like the Nationals gets more fans than like the Senior Worlds. Like even if you're at like the Junior Worlds or the Senior Worlds, there's still way more fans at the Nationals. Yeah, but it's a completely different thing. It's just different. Yeah, I don't. And you can't really beat the blue and white. Also, like that's not a lot of people get to do that. So repping the Penn State thing, that's obviously pretty special. I mean, don't get me wrong, USA is pretty cool too, but Penn State is.
Well, that's where I was going to go next. It's like freestyle or not, you guys are still in the heart of the #1 program in the country, and it's been kind of a wild off season for Penn State. But what's kind of the vibes like for you guys? You guys have so many guys on every team. Like Willie and I were counting, like how many guys are on U20 teams, U23, seniors everywhere. Like, what's the vibe kind of like in State College right now?
I think the vibes are great. The vibes are always great, even though whatever going on with our team, the vibes are great around here. And we were talking with Coach Casey, like there's 30 spots on the U20, U23, and senior team, and we have 15 of the spots.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy, pretty cool. Having half the U20 team get to travel with some of these new freshman guys, so that'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people might think like our program's like under fire or whatever it is, like with some stuff on it with guys on our team, but like our team's still super strong, super tight knit. We love every one of the guys on the team, so it's just nothing really changes for us. We're still trying to just like be the best wrestlers and people we can be. So nothing really changes when that stuff comes out. It's just keep going.
And vibes are always high when you guys are actually maintaining different haircuts and people can tell you apart. we were talking about that beforehand.
Yeah, I was like, I might have to get the curly hair going.
Please don't.
I think if he grew up hair, it would get curly like mine, but hopefully he doesn't do that so people can tell us apart.
Do you guys have like is there one single instance or story in mind where somebody has mixed you guys up, like the most awkward time somebody has?
Well, I mean, at a wrestling tournament, we were little. I wrestled a guy, and then like the next round, he was wrestling him, and the dad and the kid were like, "I already wrestled him." We were like,
my dad's like, "No, you didn't. That's the other one."
That's awesome.
That happens a lot. Like people always asking us, like, "Are you guys twins?" and stuff. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I love that. Well, let's talk Penn State. Let's talk next season a little bit. You guys have such a different dynamic. I think it's so interesting. So, Cole, you're going heavyweight next year. You're replacing Kirk, an NCAA champ. And anytime you have that transition where you go from like a 5-year guy, decorated NCAA champ, to a freshman coming off redshirt, there's always that turnover. And then Penn State has done it so well. Everybody was like, when David Taylor and Ed Ruth graduate, then what? When Bo and Jason graduate and Zane graduate, then what? Carter and Aaron. Like, Penn State has done such an amazing job. And now you're in that spot where you're one of those guys where you're seeing an NCAA champ graduate and you're step in. What's your mentality heading into that opportunity next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think Penn State, we have guys 3 deep that could win the Nationals, so I just feel like it's our turn to be the guy and just go do our thing and just, that's it. Yeah, we just talked about that with Coach Casey. Like, they were talking about, like, what happens after these guys all graduate, and there's always just another guy locked and loaded, ready to go. So, like, yeah, I mean, people have asked me, like, what are you planning on doing, like, with Josh at the weight? I just like saying I'm just trying to be the best wrestler I can be. Like, me and Josh are good buddies. Like, it's not like no animosity or anything. We're just grateful to train together and stuff. It's like the best guys in the world. So
yeah, it's crazy because I mean, heavyweight, like, you guys do have so much depth. And if I look at like your weights objectively, potentially you can make the argument that heavyweight is one of the weights where you don't have that compared to 97, to where you have a returning national finalist. And you have a guy who's going into the country ranked number 1 in the country. And it's like, I just had Josh on here a month or so ago, and we were talking about it. Like, for you now, what's that balance like of being competitive, but also like it's iron sharpens iron? You get to train with the guy, and you get the guy in the room who, if you want to be a national champ, you basically have to beat that guy throughout the year right in the room. What's that balance like for you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to balance, at least for us. Like, it's not really, like I said, no animosity there. And I know, like, when I get my opportunity to be the guy, I'm going to be prepared from training with the best guys and training with Josh and training with Rocco and training with Aaron and Carter or whatever. Just like, when I get my opportunity, I'll be ready to go win the Nationals. So, and like, people say, like, what if, like, you don't be the guy? Like, that doesn't really matter. Like, I'm just trying to be the best wrestler I can be and ultimately, like, win the Olympics and accomplish my goals. So.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, and like, I wouldn't want to wrestle for like any other school other than Penn State. Like, that's just not what we're about. That's not what we committed to. That's not why we came here.
Well, and it's so unique for you guys because you guys are not only like, you guys first of all have each other in the room. So even if you wanted to transfer, it's not as easy as just a guy who maybe doesn't have a brother or a twin brother in the room. And then on top of that, you would have to leave the number 1 program in the country to transfer. It's not like you have the option of going somewhere, arguably, and I'm sure Penn State or the Penn State haters listening to this who have already probably tuned out, but you really can't go anywhere and go somewhere better. So you're kind of stuck there. So like, you guys are kind of in that unique position where it's like, well, I don't want to leave Penn State and I don't want to leave my brother. What is your take on like, I understand why people transfer at times. Like, if you can go start somewhere, I get that. But what is your guys' take on the transfer scenario that's going on lately?
I mean, you go first. Like, we want to wrestle at Penn State. So if we're not the guy at Penn State, we're going to go somewhere else and like lose to a guy who's at Penn State in the national finals. Like, I want to win a national title for Penn State. I'm not going to go somewhere else and just, that's just not how we roll, how we're feel like we're about.
Feel like guys, like, there's some exceptions, like guys who have done their time, put in the work here for years, and it just doesn't really work out for them. Like, there's something to say about that, like Terrell or a guy like Terrell and stuff. That's really respectable.
So that was cool what he did. Like, could have been the guy here for however many years, but went there and got that All-American. Well, that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. No, Bear Claw, and you can tell the Penn State fans really happy for him.
Yeah. We were in the Penn State section at Nationals, and he was matched All-American was right in front of us. He pointed to our fans, and that was like standing ovation for him. That was a moment.
Yeah, but with the transferring thing, like people transferring so quick, I think that's just kind of taking the easy way out. Like, we came to Penn State to win national titles at Penn State, not to, if we don't become the guy at Penn State, just leave and go somewhere else and try to beat guys who have helped us so much and helped us become better people and men of God and all that. So that's just yeah, I mein, you can take it what you like. There's different perspectives, but that's what we think about it.
Yeah. So for all the whiners and speculators saying that if one of you guys weren't to make a lineup, would you guys transfer? That's not even an option for you guys.
That's not an option.
So yeah. Cross that off the table.
You can publicly make that right now. So
everybody clip that, please. Just make sure to tag us all. Give us credit for the clip.
Yeah.
You know, so you guys both took a redshirt year last year, and you know, we know the results Penn State has had on the mat, but it's also like, I feel like it's not just an expectation at Penn State anymore to win, but it's like to dominate. You see guys that wrestle, and if they win but don't dominate, even fans are like, oh, why aren't they doing this or more? Like, there's such a level of winning towards getting to dominate. How do you manage that level of pressure? And are you guys excited to now, after being on your redshirt year and being like in the room and on the team, but now you can like directly contribute to everything going on? How excited are you guys for that to contribute as you come off redshirt this year?
Yeah, it's like it's what we dreamed of, to contribute to the team. Like, even Coach Gill talks about all the time, even if you're not a starter, you're also like a big contributor to the team and stuff. Like, we traveled pretty much everything, and we were there with the guys, helping the guys get ready to go. And like, I would warm up pretty much every guy from 65 up every match.
That's so crazy.
I contributed already. I also, like, I see what you're saying. I also want to contribute in Rec Hall in the Bryce Jordan Center.
Yeah.
On Saturday night at the Nationals, obviously. But
yeah.
But then, like, talking about pressure, like, I think
there's never
from the outside pressure. Maybe it's look like it looks like pressure, but we've talked about it a lot. There's not really much pressure on us to go compete or go win. We just go wrestle hard and makes sense.
It feels like it's more of a fan thing too. Like, it feels like the fans almost build up that pressure to be like, oh, they got to win, or this happens. Versus you guys, and Penn State has done such a good job of keeping things level-headed and fun. And, you know, for you, like in this past year where you kind of had the best of both worlds, because you can take advantage of the red shirt, but also still contribute to the team, like you're saying. And while Penn State has had all the success it's had, I'm curious for you guys in this past year of like transitioning to the program, what for you has made the Penn State culture so fun?
I think like our coaches are obviously the best in the world, and best technique, best guys. So that's obviously a huge part of it, but just like the brotherhood on the team, we love everybody on this team and wouldn't want to be surrounded by anybody else.
Yeah, I think just how like fun, like joking it is always. Like in the middle of like hard live or whatever hard conditioning, will still just be joking around, like with Varner or Coach Gale, just like joking around all the time is pretty cool. And how just like how like chill jokesters and how chill they are, even in the biggest moments. So
they got that dry humor too. You won't see it coming sometimes.
It's so funny. They got clever.
Especially like it's funny watching things transfer over as they boil over from dodgeball into practice, and that kind of sets the whole tone for how that's gonna go.
If you hit Varner, he wants to wrestle you that day. Like he
changes the whole dynamic.
It's personal sometimes.
Another cool dynamic in the room, looking at it from this side, is Messenbrink and having another AWA kid in there. Talk to me about, you know, AWA's kind of been in the spotlight even more so this past month with everything Ben Askren's been going through, and it's super cool to see his updates. If you're not following Ben, go follow him. He just posted his second video, and crazy how much better he looks from the first video to the second one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. So you got you two and then Messenbrink from AWA in the room. What have those vibes been like? I'm assuming, you know, the Penn State is a culture and it's like it's a brotherhood, but then on top of that, you got another sub one where you got the AWA boys. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, that's been great. Like we kind of we committed before Mitchell, and then he like committed, and then we were like so excited
Yeah.
that he was coming. So and then he like competed before us. He transferred and then competed before us, so that was just really cool to see him.
The year before we
have
got here, he
success.
was just like, you guys gotta get here. It's just like, great. And like when we got here,
we would just like we hang out pretty much every day and just like go fishing and go get ice cream or whatever it is. But we're just like together all the time and just joking around and hanging out and stuff. So yeah, super grateful that we're all here.
And you guys, we talked about this before the show, but you guys were just on Bo Nichols' podcast a couple of months ago, and you guys kind of went into great lengths of Wisconsin. So go listen to that episode if you want even more of Connor and Cole. But like you guys were, I feel like, a part of that bringing Wisconsin up. Like you guys, your whole class, you got you guys, Parker, Keegan, Aiden Sinclair, like a bunch of hammers. What was it like for you guys to really elevate Wisconsin?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw that happen like in front of our eyes, like just these guys from Wisconsin just shooting out kind of from our club, just like All-American, national champ, like committed to schools. It was pretty cool to see happen.
Yeah, and I think that was a direct result of Max and Ben, which kind of shows how good, how knowledgeable, and how like smart they are coaching, and just all that stuff. How good they are as coaches and people. So really grateful for them and how they helped us, put us in a position to come here. Pretty much what it is.
Yeah. What's it like when you guys see somebody, like let's say you compete this year against, I don't know if you and Aiden Sinclair, he's at 84, you're up 97. What's it like when you see like a fellow AWA guy on a different team?
Yeah, we were in Nashville for those collegiate duels, and he was there, and that was pretty cool to like see him. Like, even though he's on your team, it was still cool to see him like Division I school and stuff. Like
now at nationals, a lot of times it's just like there's a AWA guy, there's another one. So
yeah,
actually like cool. Starting to make a name for ourselves, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. And now he's going to do the AWA RTC. I think Evan Wick just went over there, so it's only going to keep growing. I think there's like 5, 6, 7 locations. So awesome to see that. One of my favorite things about the Penn State program is the foundation of faith so many wrestlers have in that room, and getting to know so many of you. It's so genuine. How much has that helped shape you both on and off the mat, as you've been in the room and developing your faith even more? Like, how important has that been, and what has the impact been for you guys both on and off the mat?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably been the biggest impact since we got here, just like looking at the bigger picture of how like small wrestling actually is in like eternity. And just like how like just being like a child of God and stuff is like way more important than wrestling, and just putting wrestling in perspective that it's really just a game, even though we love it and we want to win so bad. There's just like deeper things that you don't find in wrestling. So
our coaches stress like a lot too. They talk about like having a relationship with God and everything like that. So that's kind of been cool to see. We've been going to like Christian athlete Bible studies at Penn State, so it's not just wrestlers, kind of other athletes.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Kind of seeing a bunch of athletes.
We can talk. There's a lot of guys super knowledgeable about that stuff, like Aaron Brooks and Coach Kale and Coach Casey, who are great role models in that area. Just super knowledgeable about like the Bible and all that. So that's really been cool to see. And then see some guys starting to like follow Christ, like Dake, and that. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I think for you, like, I've talked to wrestlers about this before, where it's like when you do manage highs and lows, wins and losses, making a team, not making a team, expectation, pressure, all those things, like it's just easier when you're in a relationship with Jesus. And when you have something that's bigger than you just relying on yourself, like it's so much more, what's the word? It's so much more manageable. Like it manages the load and keeps things into perspective. So I imagine as you guys come off Redshirt, it's going to be even just doubling down on it. Because it's like, well, this is all we know. Focus on faith, focus on God, and everything's going to play out the way it should. And keep that pressure off you guys. And not that you guys say there's a lot of pressure, but not letting it, sneak in.
Like everything's going to play out the way it's meant to play out. And it's just going to play out that way.
I think a lot of times, like a good check, like wrestling at the Worlds last year, getting 5th in the world, I was like, like, what the heck? Like, what am I doing? I think like God was telling me like maybe you're making wrestling your god and kind of just like making that world gold, like that belt, that like my god instead of the true god. So that was a good check for me. I feel like this year it's been a lot different. So just like with doing Bible studies and reading the Bible and doing book studies and all that throughout the years, definitely help us grow in like our faith, and then in turn makes wrestling a lot easier, just more fun, and just more freeing, which obviously makes you a better wrestler. So
I do think too, you don't want to put too much of a focus on just gold. So to make it easier for you when you win gold, if you want to just send me your belt, I'll just put it up here. Then you don't even gotta look at it. You know what I mean? Just stay hungry, just stay humble. I do have confidence that you guys are both gonna win gold. Maybe I'm a little biased and I like you guys, but how hungry and motivated are you guys for these world championships? We're like a month out, right? We're not too far out.
Not too far.
I think the day we got back on Sunday was a month from when we're leaving, so it's getting down there now. We're starting to get ready to go. But yeah, we're pretty. I mean, you got to stay present in the moment. Like, don't want to think about it too much. But yeah, we're definitely pretty hungry, and we're ready to win that gold strap. So we'll walk these guys down.
Do you guys have like bucket list items outside of wrestling when you're traveling to these locations? Like I saw Nick Lee just posted this, like, I don't know, this statue of a guy with a big belly. I'm like, that thing would be awesome in my backyard. Like, I'm jealous of some of this travel. Do you guys have like things you're looking forward to outside of when you're not competing?
I think it's just pretty cool to see the world. Like, obviously wrestling's allowed us to see pretty cool places, but yeah, I think it's just cool to see these it's a whole different world over in these countries, so it's pretty cool to see.
And the food, that's probably the biggest thing. Yeah, we love food, so
seeing the food in other countries is cool too.
And yeah, just like the scenery. Like we were in Spain last year and just seeing like the city on the ocean. Like State College is really nice, but just this like the valley's cool, but like Spain is obviously really cool too. So it's just different to see.
Driving 3.5 hours from my house to where you guys are, it's nothing but mountains, and then it's just State College in the middle of the mountains. It's like as you get closer, you start getting a couple more exits. But do you guys, when you're traveling for that and you're competing, so you're watching what you eat, what's the balance of how much you're trying to like stick to a regimen diet but also try cuisine? Do you wait till after you compete?
In Peru, we went to a few pretty good restaurants before we competed, but at the Worlds, I'm sure we'll, I don't know, check it a little bit more.
Like we don't cut it. Like Cole's obviously not cutting any weight, and then I'm not really cutting a ton of weight. So most of the good food's pretty clean. So I think we can find that balance of eating good food, but also maintaining our weight and stuff.
Yeah. I got a question. How often do you guys like train intensely against each other?
Since we've gotten to Penn State, we haven't really, like we obviously have, but not a ton. When we were in high school, we wrestled hard, like a lot with each other. But obviously, with how many good partners there are here, it's like we don't really need to battle with each other all the time.
Yeah.
We definitely have, though, for sure. Like we'll go live. We go. Yeah.
I was going to ask if there's a point where you guys draw the line when you're competing against each other.
No, we still battle pretty good.
Yeah, we do. Like we've done some matches and stuff, and we don't just compete in wrestling. We compete on whatever, conditioning, everything. So yeah.
All right, let's get some fan questions, and then I'm gonna let you guys get out of here and get on with your training. And a lot of these questions aren't they aren't really designated towards either of you, so either of you can feel free to answer, or both. All right, let's see. Who's better at Mario Kart?
Me. Way better. What are you talking?
Cole's probably better. He's a little bit more of a gamer than me.
So yeah, I've been more of a gamer in the past, so
he's really good at Mario. We played Mario Kart a couple days ago with Mitchell, and he like won every game. So
This is an interesting one. What's your plan for surviving the zombie apocalypse, both runners and walkers? That seems awfully specific.
I don't know, maybe probably just grab an axe or something and just
post up with like a shotgun or something. I don't know. Just kind of figure it out.
Favorite wrestlers growing up and current?
Growing up, we were big fans of like Jason Nolf, Zane, Ball, kind of the guys here when they kind of just started
Coach Gale
dominating. Yeah.
And probably now, probably Aaron Brooks. Just how he wrestles and how he lives his life is pretty good to see. So,
do you guys have dream opponents?
Nah, that's not really a thing.
Maybe like just like the best Russian. I don't know.
Yeah,
whoever's
Russia,
whoever's in our bracket just needs to. Doesn't really matter who it is.
Let's see. Who's the better poker player?
Me.
No.
Connor.
No.
He even stated his name. He didn't just say me. He said me, Connor.
I've won more money for sure.
Not. Cole makes some pretty dumb decisions.
Oh, man.
But
yeah,
I'm definitely better.
Poker is really fun.
Donovan Ball wants to know who's better looking.
Me. Connor. No, curls are way better than that, whatever that is.
No way.
Yeah.
Nick Lee wants to know if you guys can read each other's minds.
I mean, we do say the same stuff a lot of the time.
We talk about this with Coach Casey. Like, Cole will go ask him a question, and then he'll walk away, and then like 5 minutes later, I'll go up and ask him the exact same question. We do that a lot, and we say the same thing a lot at the exact same time. So I'd say a little bit.
It's funny because like Varner will wrestle with Varner, and then he'll smash one of us, and then he'll walk over to the other one and say, "Did you feel that?" Or
that's pretty funny. Yeah.
That's great. Here's an interesting one. What do you admire about each other's wrestling skill set / who they are as a person?
I'd say what is wrestling, just kind of the way he pressures people, gets them moving around, just kind of his attacks, like versatile attacks. And then personality, I'd say just pretty honest guy, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say for Cole, just like he's pretty patient, pretty like nonchalant in his wrestling, which can be taken a few different ways. And then, yeah, just like personality, just like living with integrity and that kind of thing, just really pure and stuff. So
here's another one. What do you guys do when you're not training?
We've been getting into fly fishing a lot.
We've been fly fishing a lot, so that's been a lot of fun.
Fly fishing into that. Us and Josh and Levi and a couple of the other guys on the team, Dawson. We've been fly fishing a lot, so trying to get on some trout in Central Pennsylvania has been fun.
I'm trying to talk Levi into opening up an outdoors YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like just everything outdoors. I mean, I feel like one of the biggest things at Penn State right now is outdoorsmen. Just the hunting, the fishing. I don't want to sing a country song. Loving every day. Like,
half of our team, like Josh, just got a GoPro for filming fishing and stuff. So pretty cool. Yeah,
I love that. All right, a couple more. Let you guys go. 30 seconds left. Go to move.
That's confidential.
I'd say like an outside step, touch and go or something.
Yeah. Something touch and go probably.
Oh man. All right, let's see. A lot of these are repetitive. Who eats more?
Me. No question.
I mean, he is the heavier one, so it's like.
I gotta eat more though.
He's got to eat more than he has been, but
I gotta figure it out. I gotta eat more.
Some days he eats like an insane amount, so probably Cole. I would give him that one.
All right, last one here. I like this one. Similarities you've noticed between AWA and PSU.
Yeah, I think just the freedom I think they give the guys, like it's how like in depth we get on the technique is pretty similar. And just like how knowledgeable the coaches are with the technique. Like if you can ask them any question, they know what.
They'll give you some direction on where to go with it. And they just give you your own kind of like, they'll show you something and then kind of let you branch off and kind of make it your own too, which has been really nice.
Yeah.
Pretty similar to. Yeah.
I love that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Any final words here before I let you go?
Appreciate you having us.
Thanks for having us.
Fun.
Grateful to be at Penn State. Excited to win the Worlds this summer. So.
I'm excited for you guys to win the Worlds. Remember, if you don't want to stare at the belt too much, I'm going to build the shelf. I got I've already said I'm going to have a shelf built for Podcast of the Year award, so we can put like my award, and then either one of you can send me a belt. So
keep that in mind.
All right, everybody listening, go follow them both. I'll link up their socials below. It's going to be a fun summer for them as they head to the World Championships next month. And then, you guys get back and it's basically September, and the college wrestling season's around the corner. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. It'll be fun.
Not close enough, though. When do you guys start getting that itch for specifically, like, the college season?
Right. I remember last year was right after the Worlds, like,
yeah,
getting that.
We started Folkstyle right away, so that was,
makes
right
sense.
away.
All right, boys, thank you for making the time today. We'll chat soon, and best of luck at Worlds.
Yeah, good.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
See ya.
See you guys.